Ketchup and Hustle is a podcast by two dadpreneurs and co-founders of Awesome Sauce. Follow us, Paul and Carl, the taller and shorter co-founders, on our journey as we build a business that is completely disrupting the sauce industry.
We are back. Episode 12. I'm Chef Carl.
And I'm Chef Paul. I don't talk like that, but only for only for the intro.
Is that the only time that you've said your name like that?
Yes.
I'm proud of you.
But it fits, and I like it.
It works. It works. For the viewers, it is the reason that they come back.
It is exactly right.
Or listeners, I guess.
Carl,
talk to me.
I would like to wish you a happy holiday.
Well, thank you. We are mid-holiday season.
Mid-holiday season.
Thanksgiving has passed. Christmas is coming.
Here we are. And for a business like ours, the holidays become something big.
Yeah, well, let's talk about what holiday means for startups. or doesn't mean.
I was worried you were going to say that.
So straight up, first off, as the founder, what's it like to go through holidays as the founder of a company? Were you like totally turned off, or were you like in it?
Yeah, it's a good question actually, because
I was turned off.
You were turned off?
Full on. Wasn't even in the state.
and that's okay. Like, we have to do that.
We got to do that.
And I think the holidays, as your travel and my travel comes up, we're both going to do it. No problem.
We both know I lied. I was not in the state, but I wasn't turned off.
Yeah, you never turn off.
Yeah, it's a hard thing.
Yeah. But I guess for many reasons, not just, what is it like as a founder, but for many reasons, the holidays, when you're trying to sell shit,
become
it's an important part, or it should be an important part of sort of your company, and you're getting ready people get ready for the holidays starting in the summer.
Well, tell me about that. Is there too much emphasis put on it?
Well, let's get into that. Yes,
nice.
Yes, there is. For a food brand, yes. Like, I think CPGs, food CPGs are not necessarily looking at the holidays as this is God's gift to our revenue and sales numbers. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is our first time selling.
so for us,
we sold the unimpressive numbers during Black Friday. Now, we had a little bump, and that was all
measurable.
We saw it, but that was all great.
But okay,
I don't think we changed our Q4 numbers by what we did during Black Friday.
So as CPG, that's consumer packaged good.
Yeah.
Let's focus on food.
Love to.
So for Thanksgiving and Christmas, it's massive food holidays. I guess 4th of July, same thing. What types of food would be measurably impacted? Like,
and I've been watching this.
What companies are like,
yes,
like,
I've been watching it.
Our products crush right now versus ones that are like,
Yes, I've been watching it, and actually you can see it happen starting at the end of October. And like, it is I think foods are seasonal, right? And so what are you getting ready for at the beginning of October? You start to see costumes and candy and all the Halloween stuff is coming out. You're seeing that all through the fall, right?
That's a good point. And candy around Halloween.
And then for Thanksgiving, right, all of a sudden I started seeing cranberry sauce. I saw turkey. I saw gravies. We saw Heinz. Like, I saw a bunch of Heinz advertisements.
Don't say that on this podcast.
Sorry, but I have to. So I was like, they were pushing gravy like it was their new ketchup. It's fascinating.
Out of bottles? Was it bottled gravy?
A jar of gravy.
A jar of gravy.
Pre-mixed jar of gravy, not powder.
How unsustainable.
It was gross.
Clearly don't know what they're doing.
So I don't believe necessarily after seeing, I see. So we're not a TV, we're not a washer and dryer, we're not a tractor or a computer or iPod or iPhone, like all of that stuff.
People still have iPods?
Did I say iPod?
You did. Christ. I wish we could erase that.
We can. Thank you, Taylor. But so we are not. I don't think, besides being a stocking stuffer for the grill master of the house, I don't think people are looking at a $10 purchase as like, oh, that's the time when I got to go get that Black Friday savings and go buy Awesome Sauce for the stocking stuffer.
I see.
There's a little bit of that.
So price
really,
tag. You're saying price tag matters. So if you're going to do a major discount, it can't be a $3 thing that's now $2.
it's laughable.
It's got to be a $3,000 thing that's now $2,000,
or the $1,000 thing that's now $600. Like that's where I'm like, yep, let me get that flat screen. Or
I see.
You know, those pots and pans, which would have been $400, are now $250. Yeah,
okay, so that's on the discounting, like the Black Friday,
but
Cyber
not just
Monday.
on the discounting. That's
also
like,
now there's Cyber Tuesday.
It's all stupid.
Fucking fuck.
It's all stupid. But so what I believe, where our holiday, like when we need to be buttoned up and ready to go in a different way. I mean, we were buttoned up and ready to go for here, but now we're talking Memorial Day. We're talking July 4th.
That's summer. Yeah.
That's when we become a relevant food item for the season.
Because I put awesome sauce on the turkey.
Did you really?
Yeah.
We've been saving
and smoked that thing.
We've been saving dry turkey sandwiches since 2021.
I saw that post and I was not mad at it.
I liked it.
We got Taylor laughing.
Yeah. So this is not. I don't believe that this holiday season is where ketchup and barbecue and hot sauce fly off the shelf.
But what food CPGs, right? Startups, not like your Heinz.
Okay.
What would look at like a Thanksgiving and be like, oh yeah, this is our moment?
I don't know.
Like there's pastas, there's cereals, there's drinks.
No. I'm telling you, it's like cranberry sauce. Like it's so seasonal, it's so specific that
there's no startups doing that.
Oh,
right?
I know.
Ocean Spray.
No, there's no. I don't know. I don't think food CPGs are winning right now. I think food CPGs are getting by
over the holidays. So the November, December is not the time to.
But what the fuck do we know? Like honest to God.
Dude, we are founders.
That's fair.
We are food CPG founders.
We'll be 10 years in. I'll be like, I don't know what I'm talking about.
What do I know? Okay, so all right, so the sales around massive holidays, well, at least for Thanksgiving, Christmas, is not where we're cashing in.
I don't believe that is where we win, but in the way that everyone assumes, you know.
But we did our largest sale ever. So was that a bad move? Was that worthless?
No. I don't think it was worthless. I think we need to play the game. We need to do sort of what's expected.
But does that get frustrating as a founder where you're like, I'm doing this to play the game?
Yes, it gets very frustrating.
So why do we do it?
Because I think there's some things that we need to do to show
you gotta play the game.
The legitimacy of our company and our operation.
I think that's an interesting point to know. I mean, given the focus of this podcast, what is it like to be a founder? You're going through the holidays, and there's an element of this, like, you have to do some bullshit that maybe doesn't move the needle, but you're like,
if we don't do this, we're not.
Then that looks worse. Like it's almost like
it does.
If 0 is here, you don't do it, you go back -2. If you do it, you only go back. You only go positive 0.5. So it's not like great, but it's a worse negative than it is a positive.
Yes, I think that's
great logic.
That's a fair. I'm not sure I would have gone about explaining it that way, but
logic.
I think that's a fair assessment.
Yeah, not doing it is worse than
not doing it is worse.
Yeah,
and we got some. I think we saw a little bump, and that was great. And we put out some content, and that's a positive thing.
So tell the fans,
yes,
what you were doing the day before and the day after Thanksgiving.
Well, so that back to your original question, which was, what is it like to be a founder during the holidays? Since which you originally asked, we got into the business side, but
we rabbit holed,
but. Like you, I was still on, and so on Wednesday before Thanksgiving, I was meeting Mickey Boyer.
She's
the best. Shout out Mickey. And so Mickey was
been working with her for
and Mickey took care of us. Mickey, we needed boxes for our retail jar
variety
kit.
So we got those.
I picked those up on Wednesday night, and Mickey met me halfway between her house and mine to get us 50 boxes that we could send into Urban Outfitters.
It's unbelievable.
And so on Wednesday I get the boxes. We have Thanksgiving on Thursday. And then on Friday I'm back in the office stuffing those boxes.
And it was only a partial Right? Didn't she say there was an issue with the printer, so she was only giving us what was done so far?
What I needed to do for Friday. And so I was in the office for Friday, sending in 50 boxes.
That's serious customer service.
Mickey's the best. And like that was really cool. That's Wednesday night. She was hosting Thanksgiving. So we've got incredible partners who are helping us survive.
Unbelievable.
So yes, I was on and sort of picking up stuff Wednesday, sending stuff out Friday. I was fulfilling orders on Friday too. So orders were coming in Wednesday and Thursday, and so I was getting those out on Friday, and then again, of course, on Monday early this week. But
what did I do on Wednesday?
You were driving down. to.
And when I got down there, I had our partners at Startup CPG.
Did you?
We did a podcast.
No way.
Oh yeah,
I didn't know that.
Ha ha. Ha ha. Gecko.
Yeah. So. I will say it wasn't. I was able to turn off. I think on Thursday, I was like, you know what, everything's gonna be okay. I mean,
you gotta let yourself turn off some. It's so hard though because, like, it might be like straight up Thanksgiving Day, and you're at like 7:00. Dishes are washed. People are a little groggy. And you're like, check some emails. Like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Like, don't do that.
No.
You do not need to answer that email.
No, hang with the kids.
Hang with the kids.
Yeah.
Do whatever. But then there was like, there's some provisions that you end up making. Like,
we had to get boxes out Friday. Like
you had to get them out Friday. And so your family is sitting at a table.
Yeah, they're on Friday morning. They were
just waiting for Dad to come back.
Bagels, and they had coffee, all done without me, and I'm trying to get back for Friday so I can make some bobbies.
I don't even know what a bobby is, but
it's a Thanksgiving sandwich. Thanksgiving on a sandwich. Thanksgiving hoagie.
That's a bobby.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Okay,
absolutely.
Cranberry.
Oh yeah.
Awesome sauce.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
barbecue.
Thank you.
It's amazing.
Thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
Okay. So overall, holiday season can be taxing.
Yes.
You got to find time to let go.
Yes.
But you might find yourself doing some shit that you're like, this is not going to be meaningful. But we got to do it.
Had to do it. And this is year one. This is our first holiday season of selling.
And it was
fine.
Great. Fine. Okay. All right. Well, talk to me a little bit about where are you direct to consumer in general and right now, like
especially because we've pivoted to
as we look at pivoting and we're talking about this like discounting, and you're like there's an element in my head where I'm like, do I even want a discount? Like, do I want to put up a 30% discount on the website if we're not going to get millions of people coming? Maybe not.
I don't know.
But you got to do it. And so there's these things that you do for direct to consumer because you're sort of keeping up with the Joneses, and this is the thing that's going on right now. But where is direct to consumer in general? Like,
that's an interesting question because we've talked to a lot of people in the direct to consumer world recently
and heard
they're struggling.
We've even seen some shut down.
Yeah, D2C companies, CPG companies are dropping out.
What's crazy is I have a list of about 130 brands that I've been watching.
Yep.
It's been going forever. You've seen it?
Yeah, I know it.
I can go through there and cross 5 of them off.
Really?
And
recently. Because
within the last 6 months,
yeah.
and it's they're brands that we're looking at. Like I'm not going to say them right now, but like we're watching them because they worked with a partner that we worked with, or because
they've gotten traction.
And they've funded. They've been funded by this group that we're like, hey, I'm like, hey, I really want to watch what they're doing. And yeah, you can go through and cross some of those off, and we hear investors saying that they're tightening up and they're basically buckling in for a year that's unknown. I'm not sure what I feel about that. Like that feels so anti-entrepreneurial, right? Like inherently it's unknown what the fuck you're doing. But then investors are like, oh yeah, just like find the one profitable product that you have and push that and like turn off all other faucets and just hunker in for a good 8 months.
That's crazy.
But why? Like, why is that the thing that they're saying versus, okay, prices are high on supply. Make sure you're not shipping your shit everywhere. So it's like, why isn't somebody coming to us and saying, stop offering in California? Because shipping to California
costs $5 more than shipping to Westchester.
$5 more than shipping to somewhere in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's just this general blanket statement right now that is, like, frankly, it's pissing me off. And, like, it's discouraging because you get into this knowing the odds are against you.
Uh-huh.
And so now it's just a different odd that's against you because economic downturns, like, fuck, didn't you build a product that provides value?
Yeah. I don't know. I get
angry with it.
There's times that you have to adjust, though. Like, you can't just blindly ignore the market and sort of the economic factors that are behind it, right? You kind of have to, I think people who are and we're just not far along enough where we're seeing massive impact because we're still in this
early stage,
but like companies that were making $5 million revenue. And now a decrease to them could be $1 million. And all of a sudden they've got employees they've built up knowing that they're making $5 million a year, and now they're expected to grow X% on that $5 million. So
not.
So because we're just under the radar, sort of trying to figure out exactly where we're headed, we aren't feeling that impact as much as others.
That could be fair. It's just frustrating when you talk to some of these just people in the industry, and it's just a general blanket that's like, oh, hunker in for something bad.
Yeah,
like,
but
man,
but that's the
not why you build a company to hunker in.
And I get your frustration around that, but I think for me, that gets me excited about Awesome Sauce, because what we have done is say
we've built a company that
we don't just live, and we've pivoted away from direct to consumer. I mean, our resources are now going towards the building out of our food service.
And that doesn't turn direct to consumer off.
No.
That means, like, just for reference for people listening, that means that direct to consumer continues to go, but it's fueled by the focus that we have on food service. So our efforts now go for food service. And as consumers, when you think about food service, the customer and the consumer are different.
Yep.
The customer and the consumer on direct consumer are the same. The customer and the consumer for food service, it's not a paying relationship. Like, in food service, most of condiments are given away for free.
Yep.
And so they will come across our products and say, hey, maybe I want that. And so we have that option for them. But our development effort goes toward food service.
For us to be in a position where our product in fact makes more sense in food service than it does for D2C means that we are...
I don't know about more. I feel like sound like those early investors.
Well, I don't know. I could make that argument.
It makes strong sense.
I'm pumped that we have the ability to focus on food service.
Which is unique. I mean, talk to me about what other products do you know that on a dime could stop and truly service a different channel?
I've been trying to think about that, and
you mentioned the other day or earlier today yogurt.
Yeah.
So if you're a yogurt company,
yep,
you have your manufacturing or a co-man, you're getting your product packaged.
Yep.
And now you're like, hey,
our sales
times are hard on shelf. Competing with all the incumbents is challenging.
Yep.
So is there a different way of doing this? What is the different way?
I don't know. Like, yogurt to me does not, as in this example, maybe you're bringing it to universities and college kids are having it for breakfast.
But is that not a wholesale, right? Like, it's
I don't know.
It's essentially like I think the difference here is the format that we're going after is now different.
Yes.
And the way that it's being handled is now different. And so because of that, it works for food service.
Yep.
This is not us saying you need a jar and powder and you need that at every table at a university, right? That would be us saying, take our product, we'll sell it to you cheaper, and then do it on a large scale. Like, we are actually changing to match the need of that institution.
Yeah.
which is something that cannot be retrofitted into home.
Correct.
On a yogurt, on a beverage, I think there's just a lot that say omnichannel, like they want to offer their product everywhere, and it's not truly omnichannel.
Right.
Like we're able to offer our product everywhere.
Goddamn right we are.
Sure as shit.
So, Carl, before I wish you a happy holiday and we let our listeners kind of fade out to the next pod.
Yes.
I did have a question for you.
Okay. Oh, is it around?
Where
is D2C? Is it oversaturated?
No, it's not.
It's not.
No.
I expected that to be where it was going.
Oh, apologies. I'm going to take a left turn back, and I'm wondering because last time we updated our listeners.
Don't you do this
on updates, and so
I told you.
We shook hands. We shook hands here a month ago, saying
was it a month?
I think Taylor can tell us, but I believe that we shook hands a month ago, and you said I'm taking responsibility.
I think it was days away.
Our investor updates. And I'm excited to put a new lease on life in this thing that you let die a slow death. And I am wondering, I think our listeners are wondering how
the CPR process is challenging to revive something that you have buried.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't turn it around. That's not what happened.
I told you that if you asked me this, I would give you a punch.
Yes, you did say that.
Now I owe you a punch. Just know, I will never cheat you out of that punch.
Thank you for that. I don't want to. I don't want to be cheated out of that.
No, you will get that punch. So the newsletter, I will tell you.
Go ahead.
That there is progress, actually. I'm not gonna. What did you say? But the bird in the tweet or the
I don't know.
Let the cat out of the bag. I'm not gonna let the cat fully out of the bag here, but we are changing our format.
Our update format.
We are changing our update format. So we were previously using Flowdesk, great tool. There are some challenges with it, though, in formatting and how do you get all of the information that we want to the investors, and also how to have it in a way that they could go back to it. So we're moving to Notion. We're going to move to Notion. Notion is a project management tool that also has different access points. And so what we're going to do is we are going to have the data that is important to our investors and to the people who are close to us available. We're going to build our newsletter off of that tool so that there's going to be a lot more clickable items. So they're going to be able to go, and if they want to see our metrics, they click. It takes them to that Notion page, and they see what they need to see.
Do you think we will see an update out of Notion before the new year?
Don't put times on it. What is this? You can't rush love. You can't rush love.
Unbelievable, folks. Unbelievable.
Yes.
Before the new year.
Shake on it.
We just shook.
We are currently shaking.
On the idea that we're going to see an Awesome Sauce update before the new year.
Even if it's updates are coming.
Ugh. That would be pathetic.
But it would serve the shake.
Would not.
So that's it. Another episode of Ketchup and Hustle. Thank you for joining us. Hit the link in the bio, as they say, somewhere around there, to stay up to date with what we're doing. You guys should be able to find the variety box. We are on Amazon.
Yes.
Please, if you jump into Amazon, leave us a review. That's really meaningful. It really helps out. And I think that's it.